Hey guys, this is Crap Hunter, and welcome back to War Thunder! Yes, we are finally returning to War Thunder after a long period of break. Well, it's not exactly break, but basically I haven't really been doing much with War Thunder, so I recently said, you know what, sod this for a packet of chips. I'm gonna go and get a small amount of premium to try and see if I can boost what progress I've made thus far. And it's been a bit of a case of good luck, bad luck. Some days, yesterday when I was I was actually having quite a good day, playing more arcade than historical in fairness, but playing the games nonetheless. And today, I've just had a game which I thought would be kind of cool to show you because I've been having a really bad morning with regards to historical battles, being owned constantly by other players and it just getting really frustrating. And at this point, I had lost my temper with the game, and I said, oh, for fuck's sake, I'll go on to sodding arcade then. And this is why I was getting so much altitude, because I know that American planes are getting altitude, and I just got so fed up with being at low altitude with this thing. So I said, there, I'm on high altitude, you happy? Anyway, so this is an arcade game in Pelelu, domination match, my favourite kind of matchup. And at this point, I thought, right, get your tactical head on, let's see what we can do. So I dive down to see what I can do to help out. At first, I go for this, thinking about this KI-61, but then, unfortunately, I was a bit too late to help out. But on this one, an enemy BF-109 decides to appear, completely ignores me, so I come in on his high side. I do a preliminary boot firing, wait for a bit, take my time, aim, shoot, and bang! There's a pilot kill. So there's my first kill in this thing. At this point, then I go straight back up to the sky, try and remember what little things about this game that work, when all of a sudden, a B-25 appears. And then it goes away. By the way, quick note, because I'm using the replay system on War Thunder, which is appalling, it is absolutely appalling, I'm afraid there's going to be some glitches that will be evident throughout this replay, so I do apologise for that, but that's Wargaming's replay systems for you. And unfortunately it doesn't show too much else. Wargaming, oh sorry, Gaijin, yes, Wargaming has this now. Gaijin, fix your replays. So, enemy TBF appears, and I try and lead on in to hit the assault, and get a few shots in, and this one was a little harder than usual. I pepper this guy a bit, knock out his gunner, and then I shoot down the enemy TBF as well, though for some reason the other pilot still thinks he's flying. So there's my second kill, which wasn't too bad. I might forget how many kills I got, so don't forget to count them up. So with the Americans, if you're not too sure, even in arcade, try and play them somewhat to their historical strength. So try and gain some altitude. Not just because it's easier to shoot people down from a high above, but also because then it allows you to maximize your energy usage. So at first I was going to go for this Ju-87 and IL-2, but as soon as I looked, they were destroyed. So now I'm kind of trying to find targets, trying to see if I can find anything to be useful of. So nothing at the current moment. Trying to see what I can do, keeping my eyes peeled, gaining some more altitude when okay, it would appear to be that we've got some company down there. I'm still trying to gain some altitude, trying to see if there's anyone about. At this point I was just scanning the horizon when an enemy P-47 decides to show up, and I'm like, oh shit! At the last moment I react. He does a couple of bits of pepper, but luckily he doesn't do too much damage. And then I cut on his inside, so that way I have a chance of getting it. I get a lucky shot into him, and I do the same trick again. And luckily, I say luckily, luckily he decides to go for someone else. And then I pepper the guy to see if I can get him. Bang, 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 bang. And I take care of him, but unfortunately it wasn't by myself. Which, by this point, we just about save it with it. And when an enemy lag appears, and he's going for another player. So I do the same routine again, trying to see if I can get this guy as much as possible. Trying to avoid shooting my ally in the process. taking extra care, and bang. Enemy fighter flies straight into the ground. But by this point, I got caught out by an enemy MiG. So I'm trying to fly as low as possible, but this MiG is completely buggering up my aircraft. But luckily, that same aircraft that I saved earlier saved my ass. So I type in the chat system, the cheers and all that, and now I guess we're even. So by this point, I spot two more targets, a Ju-87 and, although it doesn't show it there, an enemy P-40. Now at this point, the enemy P-40 and the Ju-87 have just taken out the last remaining PT boats. So I decide to go on a head-on to try and see if I can get past the P-40. He tries a head-on with me, and I do some damage, but so does he to myself as well. And at this point, then I think, right, now I can have this Ju-87. So I pounce. And he's destroyed. And then the enemy P-40 plane gets completely knocked out as well. So at this point, my plane is somewhat buggered, somewhat damaged. What was I doing this for? I can't remember now. Oh. So at this point, my plane was getting quite damaged, and yes, enemy Ki-45 appears. Very luckily, didn't shoot at me. Shoots down our A-20G. Oh no, B-fighter, sorry. Still on him, and I pilot snipe him. So is that that's like my 4th kill now? Yeah, I think 4th kill. So 4 kills, badly damaged aircraft, but still flying. I will say the Hellcat is a damn good fighter. It's just a shame that the tiering it gets is, well, it's a 3.0 on its battle rating, but it's a tier 2 aircraft, so you know, if any of you guys are War Thunder players out there, you'll no doubt know how frustrating that is. Once again, trying to gain some altitude to try and see what I can do around it. And at this point, the game was looking pretty much... At this point of the game, it was starting to become a bit of a clutch. Both of the teams had suffered lots of ticket damage. Both of the teams were looking like... if one team just captured the enemy airfield for a few seconds, then the game would be over and we would win. But we had to be careful. Another enemy Ki-45 comes in. I shoot... I very luckily get a pilot snipe, otherwise I probably would have been shot down there. And then I get a little bit of a peppering onto the enemy Hurricane. And it was at this point I realised, right, I am absolutely stone dead, useless. Like, my plane was severely buggered up. I'm trying to see if I can just make sure to cover my rear and all that. Enemy MiG is taken down. At this point I'm like, right, I am absolutely buggered. You know, I can't outmaneuver anybody. I'm on fire. You know, my engines are smoking. My engine is red. One of my wings is black. And as you can see, my plane isn't looking so pretty. So I decide to say, sod this for a packet of chips. I'm flying home. And to be honest with you, this causeway, these few seconds of me just flying completely straight and trying to slow down so I can land on the airfield was one of the was very nerve-wracking. I was constantly looking behind me to make sure that no one was following. I was looking on the radar to see if anyone was near me. Now, if you're wondering what I'm doing, this might sound a little bit silly, but what I do to help to slow myself down when I'm trying to either A, capture an airfield, or B, trying to land, is I shark fin. Where basically I use my rudder like a fin to slow myself down. So at this point I'm very fortunate to have arrived on the airstrip and not do anything wrong. And why not? Let's just flip and poke our engine into the ground. So for the next few seconds, I'm going to try and speed things up. For the next few seconds, by the way, check out that Umbar guy. That guy knows I've landed. He knows he's coming towards me, and he's getting closer, and closer, and closer, and closer. Oh, he's getting close. Oh, I've just about finished it. Where is he now? Oh, there he is. So I've just repaired myself. Enemy lag is coming in. I'm desperately trying to get up, and I'm like, ah, shit! He's going to have me on the airfield. So it's getting incredibly tense at this point. And so then he tries, the cheeky little bastard tries to come in for a landing. We're both having a head-on. He tries to pepper me with shots. I barely get off the runway in time. Enemy lag is starting to capture our airfield. It looks like the game is about to be lost. I swing around, get my landing gear on. I hammer the bastard with as many 50 cal bullets as humanly possible. I get my last kill, and then I land on the airfield to recapture the airfield, just saving it, just dodging some bombs as well. Holy shit. I just about recaptured the airfield, stopping the enemy cap. And by this point, we'd already captured, I think we captured the other airfield as well. So then, by this point, the game just was won. And I got my _2, and very fortuitously, there you go. And very fortuitously, we, team to killing. Intriguing. So yeah, by that point, we had just about clutched the game, and I was just, I just went, well, that was a turnaround. So, yeah, the F6F Hellcat, a really good American naval fighter, and a fantastic thing to fly with. I wish I could be better at American fighters. In fact, I wish I could be better at flying games. But considering you can achieve this in arcade, I will say this was a very good game, and this aircraft is certainly worth your time. So if you are grinding up the American tech tree, do feel free to give this American plane a try, because it really will help. It's a great plane, and I think it would be only fair for you to give it a go to check out how awesome American naval fighters are. So anyway, that's about it for this video, guys. If you like this kind of content, feel free to let me know by typing in the comment section down below, clicking on that like button, and of course subscribing to the channel. If you yourself are a War Thunder player or a YouTuber who plays War Thunder, feel free to put, if there's any kind of feedback as well, I need, you know, like commentary wise, doing a replay wise, what would be a good idea, how to advance well, anything like that, feel free to put it in the comment section down below. Anyway, that's it for this one, guys. This is Crap Hunter signing out, and I'll catch you next time.